quiet. Whatever happened to hello? Listen, let me take you to dinner. Can I take you out for a date? Now it's like, come chill. Like, who raised these boys?
I know, right?
What happened? What happened? Well, you had a certain woman movement that told us that you were equal to us. You had the Me Too movement that said that every last one of us are creeps and need to stay away from you. There was social media. There was men being referred to as thirsty or desperate or sassy or needy. 1,001 words to shame us for showing interest in you, and you wonder why we don't show interest. 1,001 ways to shame us for showing that, hey, we like you, and you wonder why we don't show it anymore.
I know, right?
Okay, so single people over 30, I honestly feel for you. It sounds like it's really hard to meet people in the same position. So I'm curious, for those of you who are in that boat and are successfully dating, where are you meeting people? Are you meeting them in bars, on the apps, at restaurants, in like outdoor clubs? Like, what is the ideal place to meet your future partner if you are single and over 30?
I have a question for the single men of TikTok.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care. Jerry.
And of the world. Is buying a girl a drink still something that we do? Still something that y'all do? At the bar, you see a pretty girl, you want to talk to her, you offer to buy her a drink.
How about no?
Because I never in my life, not once, have had someone come up to me and ask to buy me a drink. So I'm just wondering, is that a thing we still do? Is there something wrong with me? What's going on?
For the last young lady, no, we don't do that anymore because far too many women have gotten on social media and admitted how they use men for drinks. How they leave the house with no money because they know there's some poor, desperate schmuck that'll buy them all the drinks they want, even though they're not interested in them. There are women, 1/3 of women in a survey from a couple years ago admitted that they accept dates from men just for the free food.
Just like a woman.
Why would we waste our time? This is the problem we're having. A lot of women believe that they can treat men a certain way and that men will just continue to tolerate it. Kevin Samuel said it best.
Winter is coming.
And it's cold outside. Cue the intro. Welcome back.
I'm back, you gold taxes.
I have returned.
If this is your first time finding my channel, the name of my channel is in the intro. Who am I? I'm Unc L. You call me Unc for short. Why? Because I'm old as hell and I'm somebody's uncle. And I'm that uncle that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Rest in peace, Pops. Miss you every day. Today, I'm reacting to clips about chivalry, and this is like my 3rd or 4th or 5th. I've lost count. This is my umpteenth video about chivalry and why men no longer practice chivalry. Because
Chivalry is dead, and women killed it.
yeah, ladies, y'all killed it. It's dead. Because far too many men realize that men practice chivalry not because we want to practice chivalry, but because we expect a certain level of reciprocity. We practice chivalry on women that we want to be with in an intimate manner. And if we don't get that same reciprocity, if we do not get that feeling that you want to be with us, we find no reason to be chivalrous. It's not something that's hardwired in us. It's not something that we want to do. If we have home training and if we were raised that way, it's something we are taught to believe in. But the only ladies that qualify for this are the ones that earn it.
Damn right.
I'm not gonna keep running my mouth. Before we get into the content, shout out to all my peoples. It's been less than a year since I started my channel, and I'm already monetized. Thank you to all my day one subs, and thank you to all my new subs. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. I mean that sincerely. To all my subs, give me a like and a share. It pushes my content into the algorithm and gets it seen more. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, watch this video. If you like it, give me a sub. If you're not sure, watch a couple more of my videos. If you like my content in general, take a chance on your boy. Give me a sub. With that said, let's get into the material.
The worst thing a woman can do on the first date is insist to pay. If she goes out of her way to pay, congratulations, you've just been friend-zoned. When a woman has high interest in you, she wants to feel feminine. By having you take care of the bill, that's her feminine side in play. But if she insists on paying her end, that's her masculine side coming out. That's a sign that she doesn't want to owe you anything. It's almost never good when she's running to pay the bill.
Makes no sense.
The problem with that advice, ladies, is that we're in a new day. So many ladies have got on social media and have demonstrated that they use men for resources, food, time, attention, whatever.
More money, more money, more money.
They use men without really being interested in those men. So now men need a demonstration of actual interest before we start spending resources on you, ladies.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. The old paradigm is dead. If you want to date us, you're gonna have to show us that you're interested in us. And I promise you, most men, we get so little attention, we get so little. And I'm talking about average men. I'm not talking about the pretty boys that y'all go for. I'm talking about average dudes like me. When I tell you I can remember a compliment some chick gave me in 1997 when I was at Kroger's in the checkout line, 15 items. Look, that's how little attention and little compliment and little appreciation men get.
He ain't lying.
So I promise you, if you're nice and kind and cute, and you walk up to a man you're interested in and express interest in a respectful way, you would be surprised how that man reciprocates. Let's continue.
I once went on a date with a guy that asked me to split the bill. I know. Now, what do you think I did after that date? I asked him to drop me to my friend's house because I wanted to go and party, and then I blocked him and I never saw him again. Way too many times I've had a girlfriend tell me that she's either split the bill or worse, paid for the bill. Don't ever pay for the bill on a date. Don't ever do that. I'm telling you right now, if a man is happy for you to split or pay for the bill on a date, he is not sitting in his masculine, and that will be an absolute train wreck of a relationship. Take it from me, you'll spend your entire relationship sitting in your masculine and you'll feel like you're mothering him because he wants the princess treatment. It took me a while to get here, but I learned the hard way that a real man will never, ever, ever ask you to split the bill. And come on, if he doesn't even want to pay for the bill on the first date, can you imagine what that will be like in a few months' time when he doesn't have to win you?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Y'all really gotta stop accepting the bare minimum. There are people out here who really want to treat you like the queen you are. Stop accepting the bare minimum. Do better, sis.
Listen, if you're a guy and you want a girl to take you out on a first date, plan it, pay for it, everything, you're a goofy goober. You're a freaking goofy goober. I'm sorry.
Who the f*** you think you talking to? Sit your little ass down.
I don't cook no meal from scratch for no man until I'm a wife. If you hungry, I got some cat. And if you starving, I got some butt.
That's nasty.
Can we please bring chivalry back to the 2020s? Because all these guys want a damsel in distress girl, but then you don't even act like the knight in shining armor. The ones who open your car door for you, never let you drive, let you be passenger princess, stand on the side of the road that's like the street side, hold your hand crossing the street, who randomly surprise you with flowers like picking you up for a date or just because they were thinking of you. Oh. Who get up and get water for you. Honestly, that's such a little thing, but there is nothing more attractive than a man who acts like a gentleman. It's so hot. Yet it's almost like these guys don't know, or maybe they were like not taught, but I'm like, if you're just a gentleman to a girl, that takes you so far.
Every day, more lies.
A lot of women are emotionally unavailable and they will not admit it. And that is why relationships are so complex these days, because women will find one thing you do wrong and they'll be like, oh, he, did this, or he didn't open the door, he didn't, chivalry is dead and all men suck. And it's like, you're actually emotionally unavailable.
Ooh.
Say it with me now.
Chivalry is dead, and women killed it.
Wow, okay. I like what that last lady said, but let's address the first three ladies first. Okay, in a nutshell, all three of those ladies basically spoke in a language where they wanted a man to put something forward first, and then they would decide whether or not they reciprocate.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
All of those ladies expect a man to be a gentleman, but for a man to be a gentleman, he needs a lady. And that's where a lot of these chicks got it confused. Just because you're a woman does not mean you're a lady. You can open the door for a female, and when if that female says, as you should, that is not a lady. Because a lady will say, oh my God, you're such a gentleman. Thank you. You understand where I'm going with this? Those women, those females wanted a man to put forward the traditional aspects of chivalry from a male perspective. But if you listen to them, they didn't really want to put forth the aspects from the female perspective of chivalry. Ladies, chivalry is a two-way street. If a man does something chivalrous for you, your obligation is to say thank you. And the last lady, the blonde chick, oh my God, just go back and listen to what she said. She said it best. Women will find 1,001 things, or just one thing that you do wrong, and they'll dismiss you. Meanwhile, these women are emotionally unavailable. They're looking for a reason to disqualify you, as opposed to looking for a reason to qualify you.
Let him cook. I'm gonna let him.
Unless you're one of these Chads, Tyrones, or Jamals. Unless you're toxic, because women love excitement. The worst thing you can do for a woman is be boring.
Message.
But I digress. We still have more. Let's continue.
If you're a woman, we've got a couple women here who do OnlyFans. You guys don't deserve for men to pay for you on first dates.
What did he say?
You have forsaken your traditional gender roles, chastity, modesty. Men should not have to pay on first dates with you. You might still want it, but that would kind of be a trade-off.
What you're asking is, the basic is like equality or privilege. You pick, but you can't have both. You can't be equal and be privileged. You can't have these special privileges granted to you and then still say you're equals. That's insane. That makes no sense. It's literally a contradiction.
I don't deserve something because of my occupation. I could be going out with somebody for the first couple times and they'd be opening my door and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I do this, and their whole opinion and their view and everything changes about me and the way just because of my job.
So look,
it means that I am less than something because of the job I have.
Okay, ladies, say if you're going out with a man and he seems like he's perfect and he's kind and he's a gentleman and he's spent this amount of money and he's done all these things, and then all of a sudden you find out that he has a habit of punching his ex-girlfriends in the face when he gets mad. Does that change how you view him? Is he different now?
No. He's got a point.
The feelings are the same. That's not equal, but I'm just giving you an idea. I'm trying to make an equivalent analogy to the feelings that men feel.
Here's what I'm telling you. So I don't doubt that you women who are involved in sex work, you're still going to get men who are chivalrous, who will pay for you on dates, who will open the car door, who will, what's the other thing? I don't know, open regular doors for you, buy flowers, do all this shit, right? Because maybe they don't know better. But you're still holding men to their traditional gender roles, but you're like prostitutes or whores or on OnlyFans or dressing revealing. A lot of women still have these expectations, even though they're more promiscuous, they're more involved in sex work, they're the least submissive, the least feminine they've ever been in all of human history. We're having like a higher level conversation. We're having a conversation about, do you deserve it? Oh, I know chicks who are strumpets, who are on OnlyFans, they still get all that treatment. Do they deserve it? No.
You can't say I want equal authority and have equal privilege. This doesn't work that way. We're not in that age anymore.
But it's still hardwired. They're still hardwired.
The social conditioning is beginning to fall off. And all that remained, the second women, remember that the egalitarianism, or women voting and being in the same social pedigree as men when it came to political power, is brand new. We've only had a couple of generations since this happened. And so the boomers, for instance, they were still raised with this kind of chivalric code from their parents who went through that. The Gen Z has none of that. Okay, Gen X had a little bit, millennials, Gen Z have none of that. So now we're reevaluating how intersexual dynamics work, and men have realized, well, wait a second, this is really a bad deal for us.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's facts. You can't go around for 50, 60, 70 years screaming about some woman's movement, telling men that you're equal to them, except in certain situations. I'm equal to you except when I need you to do this, and I'm equal to you except when I need you to do that.
That's suspicious.
No. Doesn't work like that. And it seems like women are having a problem understanding this. But I digress.
Why do women deserve to have additional social privileges? At the same time, they demand equality and we have no additional authority. Well, fuck that. We'll just treat them exactly like we do men. And women go, that's mean, that's heartless, that's evil, that's horrible. And it's like, well, you gotta pick one.
At the end of the day, women are still like physically like weaker than men, so men should still pick up that box for a woman.
Why?
You know?
Why? Tell me why I should.
They should, because they're stronger. That's what you should do.
So just because a person's stronger than you, that entitles you to their labor?
Yeah.
Oh, so any person who's stronger than you, you're entitled to their labor.
It just sounds like slavery with extra steps.
Did I hear that right?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Any person who's stronger than you are entitled to their labor. You get to tell them what to do with their body and their muscles because they're stronger than
men are hardwired to protect women, whether they realize it or not,
you
regardless of what age they're in. It's a biological, it's hardwiring.
I don't believe you. Prove it. I'm not hardwired to pick up your fucking boxes because you're weaker than me. Show me where the hardwiring is. He's not the guy next to you is not hardwired to be your slave because he's stronger than you. Yeah, why should I pick up any box for you? Why should I help you with anything ever?
There's some things that are just common courtesy and you should do regardless.
Wait.
I keep asking why I should.
And you can tell by their answers, they're not even thinking about the question because they keep saying, just because. But for 50, 60, 70 years, these are the women that have been telling us that they're equal to us. Anything you can do, I can do better. They have looked us in the eye and have said this. Yet when we say, okay, you got it, we get shamed for not doing stuff to help them, even though they said they're equal to us.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
If you're equal to me, you don't need my help. So why should I do this for you? And don't say because you're giving me a box that you give to 1,000 other dudes. Anything you can do, I can do better. That's what women have said. An even swap ain't no swindle. A fair exchange ain't no robbery. If you're equal to me, then don't expect chivalry. It's that simple.
This motherfucker don't miss.
How about this?
Common courtesy. We don't need a why.
Let's talk about shoulds.
We don't need a why.
Because you want things in return.
Let's talk about shoulds. Should women be virgins?
No, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Should
Stop. You don't know, but you just listed out like multiple different things men should do. Why is it so easy for women to say men should do X, Y, Z? And you actually, in addition to that, you have no problem with making should claims about what men should do. But the moment men say women should X, Y, Z,
now that I think about it,
I just think like relationships should be like reciprocal. How do you say that word? Reciprocation.
Yeah, so equal.
Reciprocation should be like 50-50. So like if you open my door for me, I will be like wanting to be nicer to you. Like
perfect. You pick up a box for me.
Yeah. I pick up boxes for you. Exactly. Like 50-50.
I agree with that. Like if you buy my dinner, I cook dinner.
But the point is like if you want equality, you can't have privilege because otherwise it's not equal. That's the point. It's very simple. So you can't say I demand privilege.
What about when you are? What about when you are 50-50 and the man still be cheating you, still be try to manipulate it to you? All those emotional things, women we suffer with men.
And that's bad.
Yeah, I think you should leave him.
Yeah. First, for the last chick, the Latina chick, that only applied The only men that get away with treating women that way are the ones that they like. The Chads, the Tyrones, Jamals, the Biffs, name them.
Believe it!
The pretty boys. The rest of us, we have to get it out the mud. Now, if we go back a little further in the clip, you had a young lady basically said that whatever a man does for a woman should do for a man. That's basically how she said it. The problem is there are so many women out here moving in a manner where they believe that a man should do something for them and they do not owe that man an obligation of returning the favor. They feel like they're just queens.
Kneel before your queen.
They feel like we should just serve them like we're peasants or supplicants, worshipers. No, it doesn't work like that. Especially when you've handed your box to 25 to 350 dudes. Y'all are not traditional women, yet you want the treatment of traditional women. You want us to be the men from the past when y'all are not the women from the past. But I'm not gonna keep running my mouth. I'm gonna end this right here. If this is your first time catching one of my videos and you like it, give me a sub. Take a chance on your boy. If you're already a sub, hey man, give me a like, give me a share. Man, it helps push my content to the algorithm and gets all my videos seen more and more. With that said, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodles.